Welcome and welcome back. It's a gallery near TL, and today we are at Fort Jesus. I'm exploring the whole of Africa. I'm on the move to getting to know the history, understanding it, and growing more, understanding who I am. So come with me, let's go to Fort Jesus. Fort Jesus was constructed by the Portuguese, then later taken over by the Oman Arabs under Said, and then taken over by the British. There's a prison. Like, the place we are at has a very rich history. Welcome to Fort Jesus.
Get to explain for you about Fort Jesus so that you'll be able to understand what happened here. So as you can see from the model of the fort or the structure of the fort, it looks like a person. It has the head, the arms, and the legs. I don't know if you're seeing that. Yeah, so the person who designed this fort, he was an Italian architect known as João Battista Cairato. He was the one who designed this fort in a way that is like Jesus on the cross. And perhaps this fort was being built from the year 1583 to 1586. Now they came in the year 1583 and found this base. The reason as to why they chose this place here, this place is a bit raised, and also they had to name it Jesus from this the order of this King Philip I of Portugal. So he told them to come find a base, name it Jesus to symbolize Christianity, and that's when now they brought the name Jesus and they called it Fort Jesus. Fort means defense. Jesus symbolizes Christianity. It's when now they came, that guy known as João Battista Cairato, he designed the fort in that way. So they started carving it, as I've told you, in this way. It looks like a person. Since this fort, we are on an island. This whole fort, it's made of coral. 80% is coral rock, 20% has been added now the stone. That's why they name it arches, because of these structural forms that carved like or in form of arcs. You can see. So as I told you, this is before this place was being carved, you can see the work of the coral, which was to make it other. They were mixing the land, the clay, and the sand, so that when the British now came, they blocked that completely because they were for these prisoners not to escape through. So all those weapons they were bringing in, they were storing at these store here. We call it an armory store or an ammunition store, where they were storing now these weapons, except for the gunpowder, which was stored separately because it's very poisonous and explosive. So with that, it had another store.
And how long did it take to construct the entire thing?
Years.
Yeah.
Yes, from 1593 till 1596. So at this passage here, they were ferrying in the foods and the medicine only. The reason as to why they are not passing it on the other side is because this was known as the gunpowder, which was passed on the other side. It was very poisonous. So they didn't want to mix the food and the same passage so as to get contact with this gunpowder. So it's when now they had to create a passage here for these delicate foods and the medicine. Later on, when the British now came, they're the ones who blocked them completely for these prisoners to escape through. Yeah. So here we get to have these structures known as the watchtower. These are by now these soldiers for stand in, then they watch over. If they see any enemy coming or any ship coming in, it's for the enemy. So now they try to attack them using these weapons here known as the cannons. We get to have the British cannons here, and we get to have inside here we have British cannons, Portuguese cannons, and one of the Omani Arab cannons. To know the difference between the British, for the British it has the handle there and this symbol of a coin here, and it's very short. So on how they were using it, the gunpowder, which I told you, it's very explosive. So they could fill at these holes here, but they've been blocked. Then in front here, they fill in with some metal cannonballs. It's a very heavy metal. I'll get to show you. They fill inside there. So after now they fill this gunpowder here, they fire it. After it hits inside here, it's what now pushes these cannonballs out. When it reaches hitting the ship, it hits the ship, then make holes. Then the ship, after it yeah, it sinks now. Sorry. Now that's how it was attacking now this ship, but not exploding the ship. Yeah. It was reaching here, 15 meters till here, the original. which these Portuguese had built. It was reaching here. Later, when the Arabs, they extended 3 meters above in order for protection. When the Arabs now came later, they extended now 3 meters above. Yeah.
Guys, we are high above, seeing where they used to attack from. Beat the picture.
These girls which were being portrayed with these Omani Arabs. So these girls, they have some different features which symbolizes different meanings. They've been placed here to differentiate between the rich and the poor. So a doll like this one here, which has these spearheads or the shells, which is made of copper and brass, it could symbolize a person who had a doll like this one. He has wealth, or it could symbolize prosperity. A doll which has these spearheads or the shells. But these other floral patterns which are being carved at these dolls, they could just symbolize beauty. The chain patterns all over here, get to see, it could symbolize strength and unity. So it has been placed to showcase that there is no wrong inside here. So we get to have this doll here, and the other one is down. Portuguese had done, but I think the original ones, for those who are there, you can be able to see some of the ships which have been up here. You can be able to see some of the ships which have been drawn. Those are the original ones which have been drawn all over this world. But since they're not that visible, it's not the museum. This one, the millet and the sorghum in flour, and this one they're using it for spices. They must be big.
Around Fort Jesus, there's also a museum constructed to show some of the goods by the Oman Arabs, the ancient goods, the present, like currently comparing the ancient and the modern day. And I'm not one who's so interested in modern day things, you guys. Once I hear the ancient history, that's all I need. That's all I want. So that was my main interest in the museum. I didn't get to walk around all the sections of the museum to get to know what they were like. I just moved to what caught my attention, and that's all. When the Oman Arabs took over the Fort Jesus from the Portuguese, they built their own well inside, which was around 23 feet deep for their own water supply. But just so to let you know, all water in Mombasa is salty, so this was not exception. It was salty too, so it could only be used for washing stew. At this point, we are told this very point is where a prince of Oman was buried. Yeah, the skeleton we see here is just an illustration, is not the real one, out of respect, of course. But at the very point below it is where the real grave or the real skeleton is. We are at the Oman house.
Oman house. So they have been able to see some of the artifacts. Okay, inside here they're just showing the development which has taken place, the mode of dressing which was seen here, the lifestyle on how they were living during that time for these Arabs now. Here you get to see skeleton of a whale. It was even a whale, very well, since the age was ranging from 19 to 24 years old. So it was found in a place known as Tana River County at Ongwana Beach at the shore, found dead. So the host community, they're the one who just decided to just need to do excavation to determine the reason as to why it was dead. But after doing all that, then a reason was never determined. So now they had decided to take it, dip in a certain chemical which could remove the flesh. After the flesh was being removed, they dried the bones, then later they brought it to this museum just for display back in the year 1992. Yeah, so these are the real bones of a whale. Yeah. And the picture you get to see on how it looks like from this picture.
Mtoto ya Nyangumi is a juvenile whale. You can see it if you
Like we were initially being told, the gunpowder was stored separate. So here is a separate corner where the gunpowder was being stored. Come with us. So what happened around here is that when the Arabs came to capture the fort from the Portuguese, one of the Portuguese soldiers blew up the gunpowder section, but it was repaired by the Oman Arabs. But they didn't have to keep their gunpowder there. They also had to store it somewhere else. Oh yes. Very poisonous substance. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting. Please tell a friend to tell another friend to come and support Arena TL as we tour around Africa. And very soon, right from Mombasa, we are going straight back to our village life to enjoy, cool off, have some more fun to ourselves.